If you're anything like me, you wait till the very last second to get things done. And if you don't get them done, there's massive repercussions. I've been like that my entire life, and it's not the best thing. It's procrastination, essentially. In school, I would wait till the last day before the test to study. There is a lot of benefit to procrastinating. Stress kicks in, you become way more focused, and your body and mind are on the same page. Like, yo, we have to get this done or else. And that or else provokes you to work like a machine. I'm reading this book called The Power of Broke. It's by Damon John. He's on Shark Tank, and he talks about how in every startup company that he's been a part of, or he's known successful people running those companies, they have this mentality of broke. And that basically means they're up against the wall, they're pinned, they have to make it work or else. And this isn't procrastination. This is literally they get into business, they get into a situation, they don't have the money, they have to come up with the money or else everything's fucked. It's a very strong force that can compel you to do things you've never thought you could ever do. It's essentially activating the survival instinct within your DNA. When I was 21, I was living in this little tiny town called Dixon, Illinois, population like 12,000. Me and my buddy at the time had a YouTube channel. We were working together on it. We lived together. We were both sick of this little fucking town. We're like, yo, we have to get out of here. Let's just fucking move somewhere. Let's find a spot and just get out of here. We were on the same page, so we looked at the map and picked Utah for whatever reason. I'd never been to Utah in my life, guys, and I lived in Dixon, Illinois, which is 2,000 miles away from fucking Utah, but I decided why not? Anything is better than here. So we packed up everything and moved across the country. And mind you, I had maybe $2,000 in my bank account, and rent was $1,400, the place we were picking. So I was a couple months away from going fucking broke and having massive repercussions. I would have to go back home like a fucking loser and tell my mom and dad I couldn't make it as a man. I couldn't fund myself. At the time, our YouTube channel was making like $2,000 a month, split between two people. So $1,000 each every month. So when we moved, I had months to make it work or else I would have to go back home. So we got there, we started working. And at the time, our YouTube channel was fucked. We were getting no views. It was just low effort videos. It was hardly thought through. We both got there and we knew, we were like, yo, we got to make something work. And immediately, we thought of different concepts that skyrocketed the channel beyond anything we've ever done before as far as average views. We started making videos that we'd never thought of before. We started doing things that we'd never done before. We became so efficient in such a short period of time and turned the entire page around like that because we had the power of broke on our side. We knew if we didn't make this work, we'd be fucked. It'd be the worst case scenario. And when you get into a situation like that, your body and your mind, they correspond on such a powerful level. Because most people, they have one or the other on their side or neither, right? Either your mind wants to do it, but your body won't move. Your body might want to do it, but your mind doesn't want to do it. When you have the power of broke, you are on the same page, all of you. When the stakes are high, your body kicks into survival mode. Everything is on the same page. Everything. You don't feel fatigued. You don't feel tired. You don't feel like, oh, maybe I want to do this. Maybe I don't. Everything is on the same page. You're like, we have to fucking do this. You have vigor to do this. You feel bothered if you don't do it. Your body and mind will find the energy to do whatever it is that you need to get done to make it fucking work. And that's what we found. So then I went from having $2,000 in my bank account to having maybe $16,000 in my bank account a year after I moved. It's crazy. I went from living with my family, not spending any money, to moving across the country, paying rent and for all my other expenses, utilities, and making more money. It's because I use the element of survival to my advantage, the power of broke. A lot of you might be stuck in a rut, might be hitting your head against the wall and you don't know why. Like, why can't I just get on the same page? Why can't I just do this thing? Why can't my body and my mind correspond? It's because you don't have enough pressure. The stakes aren't high enough for your body and mind to be like, yo, check up. We got to do this right now or else. There's not a significant or else factor. And when you don't have that, your body and mind, they can't take you that seriously. Either one, you have crazy discipline and you just get up and do it, or two, you're unable to do it because your body and mind aren't on the same page and you don't have the discipline to push through that. And there's a lot of people in that category. The third option, which is a cheat code, but it requires risk, is you put yourself in a situation where you have to make it work, where you kick your body and mind into another gear, which is survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, holy fuck, it's like pulling rabbits out of the hat. You just figure it out. There's no other way to describe it besides saying you will figure it out. Your brain will start connecting things together. Like you need to make X amount of money. Your brain will just start pulling things from here, from there, from this, from that. And you'll find yourself just working in overdrive on everything. Back to the beginning of the video, it's like the procrastination feeling, but using it in a more productive way where you put yourself in a situation where you have to succeed. And that's what they talk about in this book. Entrepreneurs who are up against the wall, who are down to their last fucking dime, and they somehow made it work because their backs were so against the wall and their body and mind were on the same page, and they went out and made it happen. So if you're currently struggling in life, if you feel like you cannot get on the same page and get what you want done, consider one, moving somewhere you've never been before with a high rent to where you need to work or else you will be kicked out of that place for not being able to pay the rent and go broke. Or two, rent Airbnbs that are super expensive for weeks on end. Because when you're in an Airbnb and you're paying $2,000, $3,000 for it for a single week, you can't just sit around. You can't just be like, yo, you know what? I'm just going to take an off day. You're like, no, bro. I'm paying $3,000 for this motherfucker. I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to use this place to my advantage. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to make the most out of it. You have to give your body and mind a reason to kick into the next gear. And the best way to do it, in my experience, is putting financial risk on the line. Putting yourself in a place where you have to make something happen or else you go broke. There's got to be a significant or else factor. There has to be. And when there is, you're just on a different level of comprehension, action. It's actually insane. I hope this video helped. I have a business channel where I talk about making money online. Linked in the description. Check that out. Subscribe here, subscribe there. I'll see you guys in the next one.